obviously I could have gotten our fed a lot earlier, like I said before. So, that is a sequence break. It's not really a glitch, but it's a sequence break, The SSJ that I've showed you being able to do, that's a glitch. But, with the camera. But, that isn't. You can sequence break it if you get it earlier, but you're getting it in the same way, it's sort of as intended, you just don't have the plasma beam. Let's see here. I need to go to the observatory. Yeah, I am looking the right direction. Oh, okay. This facing that, it faces toward the observatory, of course, you idiot. Now, there's way more harder sequence breaks than that, let me tell you. But, that would be something to just, you could just put an invisible wall there and keep somebody from doing that, but... But no, they didn't do that in the Trophy version, did they? I guess they tried to keep you from being able to shoot over there by those holograms, but they didn't account for you being able to jump up there from like one of those platforms and shoot from there and destroy it. No, I don't know. And on the Wii version, it's even easier to do. So I mean, on the Switch version, there are multiple options for controls. There are controls that feel a lot more like the Wii's, and you can probably get an SSJ on that. But on the Switch, so the Joy-Cons probably feel a bit, are a little smaller. So. They might feel a bit more weirder to play with. Probably. I swear. I don't know, does the Switch have a Wiimote and nunchuck? I know there's a game controller option. Is there a Wiimote and nunchuck option I don't know, maybe. Because I know there are different controller options, even older games on the Switch, you know. So, other controller options on the Switch, that like the N64 even. So, man, and the N64 is a very annoying controller. Like, to play with. That's for sure. But, compared to a game controller or a Wiimote. But, you know, if I'm playing this on emulator without proper, I felt like I was playing on an N64 controller anyways. Or worse. But, of course, you know, I've definitely emulated Prime in the past, but, you know, and that's probably helped with some things as well. It helps get used to the... Damn it. It helps get used to the controls, but it makes it easier with easier controls. Yeah. Okay. Alright, now we go this way. I've done that with certain games in the past as well, just to get used to them. But nah. I've been always getting better and with my playing ability with games or whatever, even over the years. I mean, yeah, that's for sure. That power bomb there is actually quicker. Well, okay, it's not quicker to get than the one that I got in near the artifact because the artifact makes it yeah, because it's a required item to get into the impact crater. There probably is a way to get down to the impact crater without the artifact, but it's much better just to get to that one if you want an early power bomb over this one. But why the shit, man? It feels like the Wiimote's gotten worse all of a sudden. You know what? That's all you need for that is a plasma beam as well. You need the plasma beam for the artifact as well. Okay, seriously, stupid. Oh my god. Okay, where's the battery life on this thing? Just checking. No, no, it's still got battery life. That's not what it is. Obviously, like, I don't know, even with the Wiimote being like this, with a thing, it probably helps in some way. It probably, the more you play with the worse controls, and then once you switch to better controls, it will get even easier for you to use. That's not that obvious. That should be obvious for some people to know. And then when you compare controls like that to something like a kart racer or some other games, like, oh my god, you can only imagine. But, mention, compared to some other games that I played in the past or whatever, like, oh, this thing is better than the other thing. This thing is just, yeah, I mean, honestly. Like, for instance, there's like a GameCube version of Sonic Riders versus the PC version, which is played with a keyboard, and then some of the things about that that's different about that. And you can tell, like, the differences between the fucking... Like, for instance, that stupid, like, joystick on the game controller compared to what they do with the fucking... I swear to God. I swear to God, but... You can hardly get any speed there. And then they do that or whatever, like, just, let me just hold two buttons down. Oh, fuck, man, that is just... Like, me, I broke the fucking, joystick several times. because of the because of how crap that fucking thing is or whatever. Because if you don't like turn the damn thing as quickly as fucking possible, like honestly, man, my God, but. Ugh. No, I don't want to go over here yet, but there is an item in there that I need. And me going, oh, I need to get the fuck out of here, man. I need to blah, blah. Oh, classical suspension bridge is functional but requires power. And here's an artifact here. Alright. There's a power bomb in here. Yeah. Yeah, I know quite a bit about quite a few Metroid and Sonic games. That's what I mostly run. That's what I mostly run so far, but have ran. And, you know, I probably have done quite a few things to try to, but, you know. And certain people, you know. But, you know. Maybe it did get excessive, but I'm not gonna get on that. But, let me just, but, I'm okay. I didn't really need to get that far with insomnia, but I clearly have done that shit so much that I just have this weird adrenaline thing going now, and I have no idea. So it probably at least balances some of my other issues out in some way. I'm starting to see that it might be something that will get me out of this. So my issues. But if I delved in too much with it, it'll probably become a very bad thing, right? So, I mean, especially, I don't know, I don't even want to get into how I was back then with high school and shit, but, what I wanted to do then, the direction I went, and I didn't really want to do very much then, but the there's a number of things I just and then me going on Twitter and some other websites or whatever, like seeing the kind of things that they're I swear. Some of my old issues about the reason why I am depressed and feel like this just start getting to me again. I'm just like, and some of those other things about my speed running starts kicking in, and I'm just like, and then the adrenaline shit, and it's just like, honestly, man. So, there is typically a cutscene that plays there normally, but I didn't show it. It's a cutscene from Magmore Caverns. This is a Grisby, subvolcanic carrion feeder. Carapace can be breached by missiles. The Grisby's carapace has been fused together by superheated air. This barrier stands up to everybody. Concussive blast. Its intelligence is limited to instinctive scavenging patterns. There's a save room in there. It's no wonder my insomnia's gotten the way it has, but and even with sleeping medication, like honestly, man, but I mean, trying to stay up for like 7 to or more days, like, I don't know, probably even, oh yes, I'm gonna try staying up for 20 days, man, without any sleep. Oh yeah, that's gonna be like, honestly, man, yeah, that's gotta be like, why the fuck are you wanting to do that, man? That is just, but whatever. And it'll mess up my sleeping, you know, but I guess, like, oh yes, I am this, but, you know, no wonder I made it that far. I probably got that far without much sleep. You know, 12 miles. I probably didn't really sleep. Hardly then. So that just made things a little worse. But I wonder if I were gone even longer, what the fuck would I have done? Outside like that. Ugh. I really pushed myself. Like, what the fuck, man? Yeah, that's crashing out. Let me tell you. That's fucking crashing out. Okay? You can't tell me otherwise. And with things I've done here on streaming, of course, you know, I've generally have had this stream running for quite a while, so, you know, with how long I've ran streams at times, it's gotten to the links of how, you know, certain subathon streamers would get, you know, so, But, you know, whenever I've done that, sometimes I would try doing it without very much sleeping. Which is something those guys can do. But, no. I need to go there, dumbass. Yeah, I need to go back that direction. Not to mention there's an artifact I don't have. Let's see, where am I at items? Typically there's an item difference here. There's an item glitch that shows that you don't have all the items. It's like once you have, okay, it'll read like 97 or 98 depending on what item is in, okay, how many items you have left. And then once you get the last item, it's something to do with the phase on suit. But, I don't know how I forgot that item. I didn't get the one in. Okay, yeah, I'm an idiot. So I gotta go there as well. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I'm just now recalling I didn't get the one in the whole the others. But there's also an energy tank there. Like, I don't normally take this room whatsoever. For the items at all. But Hmm. Hmm. It's obvious whenever you don't, because of what I was doing. It's made it harder for me to fall asleep at night, so you know. Not to mention, I still have some issues already, which already impacts that even more, so I mean. Let's see. I have no idea why I haven't gotten this one. Now I was in the Hall of the Elders. See, my missile capacity says it's at 235. And there's another E-tank missing. I've gotten this one, I think. Yeah. this way. There's 250 missiles in this. So I'm missing 3 missiles. And it looks like I'm missing an energy tank as well. Okay, that's kind of weird how honestly, man. Because the scans is typically more annoying to get than the items, yet for some reason I'm doing worse with the items this time around? I don't know. Since when? Yeah, I remember there was a missile expansion there, and I didn't grab that one. Okay. It's right there in Chozo Ruins. Yeah, okay, dumbass. So, where should I go for this? This way, I guess. Doesn't really matter. There's a missile in that water room. Yeah, okay. Right. I remember I was gonna go back and get that, but I haven't actually been back to that room. Okay, then I was like, oh yeah, I'll go back and get that. No, I was, yeah. I thought I was actually gonna go back into that room, but no, I did something else. Okay, yeah, fucking idiot. Can I go that way? I don't know, let's try it.